One day when you're bleeding out, you bleed for me and only. I can't breathe in only. You need saving now. One day when you're bleeding out, you cry for me and only. My sweet and only. It's too late to save you now.
Hey, I'm Brody,
And I'm Grant.
and we are
Babylon
Babylon King.
King.
We just released an album called
Payment to the Afterlife.
aka.
PTTA.
And the song you just heard was
Oenone.
Oenone. Oenone is
Sad.
sad. It's a ballad. It's about this
Oh,
girl,
believe it or not, this is another wood nymph.
a nymph.
Yeah, and we are really fond of the nymphs because
Yeah,
they.
especially ones with hard names to pronounce.
Yeah, Oenone, also like famously similar to Oniony. She probably didn't smell like that, but might have. Who's to say? She was around a
No one
long time
knows.
ago.
No one wrote down enough of her story to even tell me what she really looked like.
No, but supposedly pretty enough to marry
Paris of Troy.
Paris of Troy, because believe it or not, he had a wife. He
Yeah.
went after Helen after already having a wife, and her name was Oenone.
Her name was Oenone. She was married to Paris, who I always think of as Orlando Bloom from the live action version of Troy. Great movie.
And
Orlando Bloom playing Paris of Troy was married to Oenone. He ends up going to Troy, finding out that he is the lost prince. They didn't.
the one they tried to kill, they did this thing where they exposed him on a hill, and being exposed in ancient Greece just means your parents leave you out to die, and then either an animal or a shepherd is going to find you and raise you so that decades later you can come back and be the long lost prince.
Yeah. So shepherd, husband, now prince, Paris, goes to Troy. They're like, oh my god, you're the prince.
Yeah,
They take him in. Then the Trojan War is happening, which that's a long tale.
because he went and got Helen, and it's a whole thing.
Helen is the most beautiful woman. Okay, like people were like, she is Aphrodite level gorgeous, which that always ends up bad.
But you shouldn't tell.
Don't
anyone
you
that.
ever?
Don't quite say it that way because you will get her killed.
Don't say that you're more beautiful than Aphrodite because you will turn ugly.
Yeah, she'll get you.
Don't say
But
it.
in the end, the war is over after 10 years, and Paris is hurt, and
Married to
Anone's
Helen now.
yeah, and married to Helen, and Anone's just been up on the mountain
Yeah.
that whole time.
She's been pining. She's been heartbroken. She
has
is
been
really
raising their child alone.
Yeah, she's mourning the loss of her husband and now her child's father. And he ends up getting shot with a poisoned arrow during the Trojan War at the end.
And so he goes crawling up that mountain.
He
'cause
crawls
he's like,
back up
you
that
know
mountain.
who could save me? My ex-wife.
Oenone, my ex-wife. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet she'd be down for that.
Your ex-wife is always someone you can count on.
Yeah, you can count on her. Your ex-wife probably has the power to save you, but you really have to think about it, whether or not that's the right person to go to.
Yeah.
Especially when your name is Paris.
Well,
So
I guess if all your friends are dead and your real wife now is not helpful because she's not a nymph, she's just pretty. That's not a superpower.
yeah.
It's just a privilege.
So if you have the common affliction of having a nymph or an ex-wife, then yeah, like you should consider going to her to heal your ailments.
Go to your ex-wife.
I
Tell
think
her
we can-
you love her.
I think we can move on from the ex-wife commentary.
Okay, you're right. We can cut all that. But anyway, so
I'm not cutting that. That was good.
Paris is wounded in the battle, and he sees his only option of survival being his ex-wife Oenone / nymph,
And she has
who
a
lives
chance
on
to
the
save him.
mountain. And he goes and he pleads for Oenone to save him. He says, "You're the only one. I'm gonna die." And Oenone makes a logical choice
And lets him die.
and lets him die. She says, "You already died the day you left me," and went with someone else. And honestly, power move.
Yeah, it's great. Now, unfortunately, at the end of like the mythological telling, she feels really bad about that and jumps off a cliff after letting Paris die. But in our headcanon, she sticks around because she's stronger than that, and she just watches it and she's like, that really sucks, and moves on with her life.
So I remember I was playing with the lyrics, I was playing with the chords, and the song was originally a little higher, but we moved it down.
Yeah, famously Brody does like to write a song a little high.
And I had the lyrics. So the verses are very reminiscent, they're very memory filled, they're very almost retrospective and happy almost, but still really sad.
Yeah, there's always that tinge of like, ugh, and then you left
Yeah,
me.
because that
Mm.
first verse is talking about, oh, it was so great how it was before when we were still married and together and happy. We were just living.
And the first verse is real long.
First verse is
It's
long.
technically like a triple verse, like 3 stanzas. Like she keeps going. Like she's got a lot to say.
Yeah,
Oenone has been thinking all these years, and she has many thoughts to share.
she
And then the
shares.
second verse rolls around, and she's still got 2 more stanzas in her.
Yeah, which is a little bit more about the new lover. It's about, hey, like I've thought about this moment. You left me for this person. And that leads into the pre chorus both times after the verse that talks about how I knew this day would come and I knew you would come back. I knew you would be on your knees.
Yeah,
And I knew that your whole city,
your whole new
your
life.
status, your whole new life would fall and crumble.
Yeah,
And I knew you would come begging me, come
she
back.
she watched it crumble.
Yep. And I'm sure that can be related to people's real lives.
Yeah,
Sometimes you were wronged by a person in a relationship and they see that the action of their ways was the wrong choice, but you've already come to the conclusion that you didn't deserve that.
yeah. And like the "I told you so" moment sometimes is really bittersweet because like I'm so glad I get to like prove that I was right, and I'm also really sorry I'm about to watch you die. That part it really sucks when you say
Yeah.
"I told you so." Watching your ex
Yes.
lover
It's a
die.
very much I told you so.
Yeah,
And the chorus is always bringing it back to the present. It's always, this is what I'm saying right now. This is what you're saying to me. You're pleading for me to save you, but I just, I can't do it. I needed saving so many times and I needed healing so many times and you weren't there for me.
yeah,
And that's what's really strong and powerful about Oenone, but also what's really heartbreaking.
yeah. I think my favorite part would have to be the second chorus.
Very good.
Yeah, it was one of the first times that we did like a secondary line in the chorus that doesn't draw away from what the chorus is, but like floats over it and gives you a second thing to listen to and think about, or like re-says the words to echo and emphasize. And it's really fun to sing,
Yeah.
personally.
And the ahs are very, it's like she's
Yeah,
finally letting it out. She's
yeah.
letting out
She's oohing, she's awing.
those ahs. And I agree. I really like that part of the song.
Yeah,
And I really enjoy listening to the final chorus lyrics. They are more about how she's doing this out of mercy, how you in the relationship are doing this out of mercy, and how sometimes you do have to choose yourself. One of my favorite lines, I think, is, my lungs are tired from the smoke. They breathed for you and you alone. I'm a casualty who knows you leave ruin where you go.
yeah,
And I remember just there's just so much pent up sadness in there. And
yeah,
I remember doing this thing with my voice that you can maybe kind of hear, but it's like giving that kind of croaked rasp into the
yeah.
vocal.
Yeah, he actually smoked while recording. Just kidding. Didn't
I
happen.
did not smoke while
Yeah,
recording
I
this,
can't be doing that
but
on
I should
Toast,
have.
but yeah, no,
No,
no.
I shouldn't
Great
have.
job emulating without doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was nice, and I would say like when you call your ex smoke, that really just something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, you should listen to Oenone. It's a really good ballad, really good song. And it is on our album
Payment
Payment
to
to the
the Afterlife.
Afterlife. We are Babylon King. You can find us on our socials at Instagram and TikTok, babylon.king with 2 G's, as well as on YouTube and any streaming platform such as Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, etc., etc. Until next time,
Bye.
bye.